Hey everyone, welcome to Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's Stratville 9 time. This time it's the tabletop wing of Stratville 9, as last time we had the tenacious wing. This is the tabletop wing, and we'll be taking on the 2016 World Series champion Chicago Cubs. And we'll be right back with the starting lineups, starting pitcher, umpires, and the first pitch right after this. All right, we're back at Wrigley Field. Let's meet the starting pitchers for each team. For the Chicago Cubs, pitching will be ace, or at least in this case, semi-ace, Jake Arrieta. He's also got the flash and semi-control qualities. And for the Stratville 9 tabletop wing is Mark Dykeshorn, and he's a semi-star, semi-flash with control. Let's meet our starting lineups for the Stratville 9. Leading off in center field will be Jerry Ball. Batting second, playing third base, is Derek Oxenrider. Batting third is the team captain, tabletop himself, Earl Shamblin. Batting cleanup, left fielder Randall Mark. And I just had to bat these two guys behind each other. Mark Russell, the right fielder. So we got a Randall Mark and we got a Mark Russell. Dave Schneider, the catcher, will hit sixth. Ron Wolf, the DH, will hit seventh. Ken Castro at second base will hit eighth. And Matt Dante, the shortstop, will bat ninth. For the Cubs, leading off will be Dexter Fowler in center field. Batting as the left fielder, Ben Zobrist hitting second. Chris Bryant plays third base and bats third. Batting cleanup is first baseman Anthony Rizzo. Batting fifth is the DH, Jorge Soler. Hitting sixth and catching, Miguel Montero. Batting seventh at shortstop, Addison Russell. Batting eighth, playing second base, Javier Baez. And batting ninth in right field, Jason Hayward. The Play.com site, when they put out this free PDF, did not have a card for the Chicago Cubs. Well, mainly would have been their DH, I suppose. And now I'm even drawing a blank on his name. You know who I'm talking about. The guy that only played like 4 games in the beginning of the season, then came back at the end. I'll think of his name later, but I'm not going to stop the video to think about it. But he wasn't in there, in case you're curious. So let's meet the umpires for today's game. Now, there's 7 umpires in the set. I used 4 of them in the first game, so the other 3 are being used today, and there's 1 holdover. So behind the plate is going to be Sam Holbrook. Umpiring at first base is Larry Vanover. At second base is Marvin Hudson. And at third, he was the home plate umpire in the first game, Chris Guccione. So we are now ready to go. I did roll randomly for the hot and cold batters. Dave Schneider, Dave S., is our hot batter. Ron Wolf is our cold batter. And for the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo is the hot batter, and Jason Hayward is the cold batter, should those come up. But right now, Jerry Ball stepping into the batter's box as Arrieta has finished his warm-up tosses. And we are ready to go here from Wrigley. It's the Stratville 9 tabletop wing getting their first action as a team against the Cubs. And we have a 3-4-4. 3-4-4. Is he a prospect pitcher? No, Arrieta's a semi-icon, so that doesn't go well. Is the batter patient? No, Jerry Ball is actually eager, so that doesn't work. So he's going to pop up to second. So Jerry Ball will pop it up to Baez for out number 1, and that'll bring up third baseman Derek Oxenrider. And we have a 2-2-4. So a 2-2-4 asks, is he pitching at home? Yes, he is. It's a pop out to short. And again, that is that 1 perk for the home team on the boards. When you find that 2-2-4 roll, the home team gets the perk. Here is first baseman Earl Shamblin. That's a 1-2-3, and that's a flash and fresh check. 1-2-3 asks, is he both flash and fresh? Well, he's in the first inning, so he's obviously fresh, and he does have the flash quality, so that is a strikeout. So unfortunately for Tabletop Earl, he goes down on strikes. And the Stratville 9 go 1-2-3 quietly in the top of the first. Start at the bottom of the first. Mark Dykeshorn finishing his warm-up tosses. And Dexter Fowler, center fielder, will lead things off. It's a 1-2-2. A 1-2-2 asks, is he a workman? No, he is a semi-star. So that doesn't go. We go to the next check, champ or whiffer. Is he a champion or a whiffer? He is a semi-whiffer. Decider die says he's a whiffer. So in this case, a champ or a whiffer nubs an infield single to third base. So how about that? The fact that he's a semi-whiffer somehow or another got him an infield single. Don't understand that logic, but that's what's in the game. All right, so Fowler is on. Here's Ben Zobrist. And the Cubs aren't the lot that would be bunting. They're all sluggers, so they're not bunting anywhere. 1-3-5, we have the unusual play result. And it's a blue 1, which means we're going to the umpire chart early on. With the runner on first base, we're going to the umpire chart. And we'll see what the umpires have to say. It's a 1-5. 1-5 says, respected umpire at home. Sam Holbrook is semi-respected. Decider die says he's not respected at this at-bat. So he's not respected. If he was respected, he would call strike 3, pitcher catches corner. Other umpires call ball 2 to batter still at bat. So the fact that Sam Holbrook was not respected that at bat, he did not see the fact that Mark Dykesthorn put one right on the corner. And instead of ringing up Zobrist, it's ball 2, and Zobrist gets another chance. And we have a 4-5-5. 4-5-5 asks, does the pitcher have flash? Mark Dykesthorn has semi-flash, but again, Decider die lets us down, so he does not have flash this at bat. So we go back to the next check. Is the batter a home run king? No, he's a semi-slugger, but he's not a home run king. So therefore, he will ground out to first, and on a lead die of 4, runners advance 1 base. So it's a ground out to the first baseman, Earl, Tabletop Earl. He takes it to the bag himself unassisted. Fowler will go to second. So it ended up kind of being like a sacrifice, unintentionally. So runners in scoring position for Chris Bryant. And Bryant a 4-6-6. I'm sorry, a 4-4-6. 4-4-6. And a 4-4-6 asks, is he a star? Mr. Mark Dykesthorn is a semi-star. Decider die says he is a star this at bat. So it's a ground out to second. And again, the runners advance. So it's a ground ball to Ken Castro at second. He throws to first for the out. But Fowler will make it over to third. So now he's at third with 2 outs. And Anthony Rizzo to the plate. And you know what? Well, we could think about walking Rizzo intentionally, but that's just not how we roll with the Stratville 9. We're not afraid of anybody. We're going hog wild, full force, no holds barred, and just take whatever happens. 3-3-4. 3-3-4, ace or a star. There it is again. He is a semi-star. Decider die says he's a star. So it's a pop out to first base, and we're not afraid of Anthony Rizzo. Bring it on, buddy. We got you. And the inning's over, so nothing doing for the Cubs. We played 1 complete here at Wrigley with no score. And now the Marks come up, Randall Mark and Mark Russell. I just had to bat them back-to-back. It just seemed so natural. So Randall Mark, cleanup hitter. He's a home run king. It's a 2-6-6. 2-6-6. Runner thrown on the first, no. Leadoff batter, yes he is. He is leading off the second inning. So Mr. Randall Mark gets himself a leadoff single. That's a perk for the leadoff batter of any inning. Here's Mark Russell. It's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6 is blank for the pitcher. Is he patient? Is he patient? Mark Russell is semi-patient. Decider die, however, says no, not this time. So he's going to fly out to center field for out number 1. And that results in purple. So we will be going to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. And both teams are predisposed to be neutral in this series. So neutral against neutral. And Dave Schneider, steps up to bat against Arrieta on this chemistry check. It's a 1-5, and a 1-5 says pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious. They're neutral. If they were harmonious, the outfielder makes sliding grab of a looping liner for an out. Otherwise, it's a bloop single. So we got a bloop single. And with a lead die of 1, it's a 1 base advancement for the base runner. But it's still a hit instead of an out. So Dave S. gets that bloop base hit. And we have runners at first and second with 1 out for our DH, Ron Wolf. So Ron Wolf, it's a 2-2-3. So a 2-2-3. 2-2-3. 2-2-3 is the pitcher. No, that's 2-3-3. No, 2-2-3. My bad. 2-2-3. Got it right the first time. 2-2-3. Is he wild? No, he's got semi-control. Is the batter slugger or utility? No, he's neither one. So he's going to single to left field. An active runner would steal, but he's not active. So it's a single. And that's going to load the bases. Had there been 2 outs, I believe he would have scored the runner. But it's now a bases loaded situation with 1 out. And it's up to Ken Castro and Matt Dante. The bottom of the order needs to come through for the Stratville 9. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Cubs playing double play depth. 3-5-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not a struggler. He's 1 batter away from being a semi-struggler, but he's not a struggler. Is the batter a champion? No, Ken Castro is not a champion. So he's going to ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. And would you know what? He's a whiffer. So that's going to be a strikeout. That would have been a fielder's choice that a run would have scored. But the fact that Ken Castro is a whiffer kept that from happening. The bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Matt Dante. Dante's Inferno. 3-5-6. This is where we get a break. 3-5-6 is the same check, but Mr. Matt Dante is a switch hitter, which means he's never the same as the pitcher. So that's a base hit. That is a base hit. A base hit. Base hit down the first base line. And on a single, runner advances 2 bases on any hit. So it's a 2-run. It's like a single star in Strat. So that's a 2-run single for Dante as he comes through in the clutch. And the Stratville 9 take a 2-0 lead off of Arrieta. Thanks to the bottom of the order, Matt Dante. 2-run single. Runners are at the corners. And 2 outs for top of the order and Jerry Ball. Almost skipped him there. All right, here's Jerry Ball. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. 2-2-6. 2-2-6 ask. Is he hit by the pitch? No, Desire Die says he's not hit by the pitch. Is the batter the cleanup batter? No, he's the leadoff batter. So he's going to fly out to left, and that's going to end the inning. So unfortunately, nothing else comes across, but 2 runs do score, and after 1.5, it's the Stratville 9 2 and the Cubs nothing. And Jorge Soler to lead things off. Soler, a 1-3-6. 1-3-6 ask, is the pitcher an ace? No. Mr. Dykeshorn's a semi-star, not an ace. Is the batter whiffer or cold? He is a semi-whiffer. Desire Die says he's a whiffer, so therefore it's a strikeout. So strikeout number 1 for Mr. Dykeshorn. And Soler goes bye-bye. Here's Miguel Montero, the catcher. Montero, 1-2-6. Ask, is he fresh? Yes, we're in the 2nd inning, so he's obviously fresh. It is a line out to second base. So 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up shortstop Addison Russell. Addison Russell. He's a slugger and a semi-whiffer. That's a 1-1-4. 1-1-4 again. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a ground ball to short. And that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing doing for the Cubs. We've played 2 complete. And it is the Stratville 9 2. And the Cubs nothing. Derek Oxenrider will lead things off here in the top of the 3rd. It's a 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No, he's not. So it's going to be a ground ball to 3rd for out number 1. And that'll bring up Tabletop Earl Shamblin. Unfortunately, he struck out his first time up. So 1-2-3. That's the same role he had last time. Both flash and fresh. And yes, he is. So it's another strikeout. Sorry about that, Earl. Can't believe I rolled 1-2-3 twice for you, but that's just the way it happens. Here's Randall Mark, part of that Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch. Maybe we ought to call us that. All right, look at that. Look at that karma off that Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch comment. We got 3 5s. Triple 5s are good. Triple anything is good, especially high numbers. All right, is the pitcher an ace or a star? He's a semi-ace, but the decider die says, no, not this time, Mr. Arrieta, you're not an ace. Is the batter a scrapper? No, he's a home run king. He's not a scrapper. So it's a home run to left field. How about that? A solo shot for Randall Mark. And he is 2 for 2 with a single and a home run and 2 runs scored. That puts the Stratville 9 up 3-0. So we are taking it to Mr. Arrieta. Mark Russell, the batter. 255. 255. Is he a star? No, he's not a star. Is the batter a home run king? No, he's not a home run king, so he's going to fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So 1 run comes across for the Stratville 9, and we take a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Javier Baez, second baseman, and that's a 4.55. 4.55. Does he have flash? Again, Mark Dykeshorn has semi-flash. The sire die says we do have flash. Therefore, it is a strikeout. Unless Mr. Baez has a good eye and he's actually eager. So he will strike out for out number 1. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter in their order, Jason Hayward. And we have a 2-3-3. 2-3-3, ace or star. He is a semi-star, but sire die this time says no, so we skip that check. Is the batter a slugger? He is utility and a semi-scrapper, so he's not a slugger. So he will fly out to center field. Flies it right out there to Jerry Ball. Can of corn. 2 now. And we're back to the top of their order and Dexter Fowler. Mark Dykeshorn went through the order once the first time with ease. See if it can continue. 3-4-6. 3-4-6 is blank for the pitcher. Is he eager? Is he eager? He is semi-patient. So he's going to walk. It's a leadoff, or it's a 2-out walk to Fowler. He's not active, so he won't steal, but he will walk. And that result was in purple, which means we're going right back to the chemistry chart for this next at-bat. And again, we're both neutral. So it's a neutral versus neutral as Ben Zobrist comes to bat. That's a 4-6. 4-6 says pitching team distance. No, we're not distant. If we were, then Mark Dykeshorn would have been distracted and allowed a walk. Since we're not, it's a line out to third. Mr. Oxenrider up to the task, snags it, and the inning is over. So 3 complete in the books, and it is the Stratville 9-3 and the Cubs nothing. All right, back for the top of the fourth, and Kyle Schwarber was obviously the player I was thinking of. It just for some reason or other drew a blank on his name, but there was no Kyle Schwarber card created, probably due to his lack of at-bats. So that's why he's not in the set, or else I would have had him be the DH instead of Soler, but that's just the reason why, in case you're wondering why Kyle Schwarber's not there. He's not in the set. So, all right, here's Dave Schneider, Dave S. Singled and scored his first time up. It's a 3-6-6. 3-6-6. Is he a pinch hitter? No. So he's going to fly to center. And that's out number 1. Brings up the designated hitter, Ron Wolf. Wolf, a 3-4-6. Just 1 number off. Is he eager? No, he's not eager. So he's going to draw a walk. So that is a 1-out walk to Ron Wolf. And again, that was in purple. So we're going right back to the chemistry chart, which is neutral v neutral. So neutral v neutral for Ken Castro. See what Ken Castro can do on the chemistry at bat. 2-3. 2-3. Pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious. If they were, marginal pitch catches corner for a strikeout. Otherwise, it's a walk. So we'll draw back-to-back walks as Ken Castro draws a walk. And with 1 out and 2 on, Matt Dante, who had that big 2-run single his first time up, steps up again. And it's a 4-4-6. 4-4-6. 4-4-6. Is he a star? He's a semi-ace, but he's not a star, so we skip that. Is he sad sack, utility, or patient? Matt Dante is none of those. So he's going to single to right field, and an active runner scores, or steals, I should say. He is semi-active. Decider die says he is active. So that is a single and a stolen base. So Mr. Dante has yet another RBI as Ron Wolf scores on that single. Ken Castro will go to third. So runners at the corners and 2 outs. And now Mr. Arrieta is a semi-struggler because he's allowed 3 consecutive base runners. The Cubs bullpen is loosening. Travis Wood is in their bullpen loosening. And Jerry Ball will step up to the plate with only 1 out and runners at the corners. Oh, sorry, runners at second and third because Mr. Dante stole the base. I almost forgot that. He did get the steal. And I almost forgot also that result was in red, so we have to go to the player experience chart, not the regular three dice rolls. So we'll go to player experience. Jerry Ball is an icon. Jake Arrieta is a semi-icon. So we got icon against semi-icon. And both players are icons. 2-6. 2-6. Icon pitcher, yes. Experience with batter strikes him out. So unfortunately, Jerry, the decider die cost you. Made Arrieta an icon. So there's a strikeout. Left runners at second and third with now 2 outs for Derek Oxenrider. Oxenrider, a 5.56. A 5.56. Okay, sorry about that. That was not my phone error. That was my error, my dexterity error by knocking it off my little stand. And when I did that, it stopped the recording. So our last check was a 5.56 for Derek Oxenrider. We go to 5.56. And let me refocus here, both literally and figuratively. 5.56 is asking, is he an ace? Unfortunately for us, Jake Arrieta is considered a semi-ace by his card, and the sire die says he's an ace. So therefore, it is a line out to third, and the inning is over. So we can't score anything else, but we do pick up a run thanks to, again, our number 9 hitter, Matt Dante, who's been carrying the team so far. It's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And now we go to the bottom of the fourth, still a 4-0 lead. Here's Chris Bryant, and Mr. Dykeshorn has to see if he can't keep the Cubs under check. 4.56. 4.56 is blank for the pitcher. Is he patient? Nope, doesn't show him to be patient. So he's going to fly out to center, and once again, we go to the chemistry chart, as that was in purple. So Anthony Rizzo will be batting off of the chemistry chart. Neutral against neutral. It's a 3.5. So on the chemistry chart, a 3.5. Pitching team dissonance. No, we're not dissonance. If we were, inattentive infielder lets the ball get past him for a single, but since we're not, it's ground out short. So Mr. Dante was not lollygagging. He was paying attention and made the play on the ground ball to short. 2 up, 2 down for Jorge Soler. And if everybody remembers the scene in Bull Durham where they go to the locker room, or the clubhouse, I should say, and they're gathering all their players together, and the manager said, you lollygag when you go here, you lollygag when you go there. What does that make you? And then Richard Wohl chimes in, lollygaggers. So that's made me think of that when I said about lollygagging. I digress. Here's Jorge Soler. 2-3-4. 2-3-4. 2-3-4. 2-3-4. Runners on base. No, there's nobody on base, so there's no plate drama to go to. Is he the hot batter? No, Jorge Soler is not a hot batter. He struck out last time. So he's going to pop out to third, and that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, and that's the way we like it with the Stratville 9 when we're pitching. 3 up, 3 down. Made to order. So after 4 complete, it's 4-0 Stratville 9. And the Cubs now have set Travis Wood down. And let's see who they've gotten up now in their bullpen to maybe go to a long relief perhaps. Looks like it's going to be Pedro Strop. So Pedro Strop is in the bullpen in case Arrieta has any more issues. Pedro Strop is loosening. Here's Earl Shamlin. He's gotten gypped on 1, 2, 3 rolls twice in a row. See if I can't roll something different this time. We got a 115. 115 asks, is he fresh? No. When you're in the fourth and fifth innings and sixth innings, they're semi-fresh. You need the decider die to be fresh, and he doesn't have it, so he's not fresh. So we skipped that check. Is he a home run king or a sad sack? Unfortunately, he's a home run king, which means he strikes out. So again, Tabletop Earl with the K, he's got the hat trick, and that time being a home run king cost him. So swung at air and missed. And now Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch, the first half of that, Randall Mark comes up. It's a 1-2-3, and that's the one that got Earl last time. Is he flash and fresh? Yes, he is, because the sire die says he's fresh. So it is therefore another strikeout for Arrieta. And there's 2 up and 2 down for the second half of Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch, Mark Russell. And we got a 2-6-6. 2-6-6, nobody's on base. He's not the leadoff batter, so he will fly to right. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Stratville 9 here in the fifth as Jake Arrieta settles down a tad. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth. And it's going to be Miguel Montero, the catcher. Montero, a 2-3-6. So 2-3-6 for Montero. 2-3-6. Double control. No, he doesn't have double control. Is the pitcher batting? No. So it's a walk to Miguel Montero to start the fifth. Don't like those leadoff walks, but that just had to deal with it right there. Brings up Addison Russell. And Russell, a 1-2-4. 1-2-4, does he have control? He does have the control quality. He didn't have double control, but he does have control. So 1-2-4 control says ground out to short. And on a lead die of 1, that is a 6-4-3 double play. Just the way we like to draw things up here. 6-4-3 DP. As our infielders are right on point. 2 up, 2 down for Javier Baez. Baez, a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. No, Dave S. is semi-gold, so he's not iron. Does he have a good eye? No, he's a semi-whiffer and he's eager. So therefore, he's going to strike out. So Baez down on strikes for the second time, and that ends the inning. And on top of that, it's in blue. So we're going to start the top of the sixth by going to the right now chart and see who's hot and who's not. There was an old song called Sometimes You're Hot and Sometimes You're Not. I don't know if it was Jerry Reed or who sang that, but back in the day, I remember that. All right, so our leadoff batter is Dave S., Dave Schneider. He is neutral because he flew to center in his last at-bat. And Jake Arrieta is neutral because he got a fly to right. There was no strikeouts and no hits. So it's neutral against neutral as Arrieta faces Dave S. And we got a 1-4. 1-4 says cold batter. No, if he was, he'd take a big swing at a bad pitch and strike out. Otherwise, he flies to center. So he didn't strike out. He made contact, but it's an out nonetheless. And there's one away. And now we got DH Ron Wolf. And Ron Wolf, a 1-3-4. And a 1-3-4 asks, is it a gold catcher? Actually, Miguel Montero is iron, so that's not applicable. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. So we got outfield drama. That is the first time we've hit the drama charts in this game. And it's outfield drama. And in the outfield, Hayward is gold, Fowler is gold, and Zobrist is neutral. So 2 golds and a neutral. See if we can find the neutral. 2-6. 2-6. 2-6 center fielder Stoic. No, he's not Stoic. Fowler is neutral. If he was Stoic, he would dive for a fast fading ball and can't make the play. Otherwise, makes the grab for the out. So Fowler was able to go out and get it. Second fly out in a row to center field for out number 2. And that will bring up Ken Castro with 2 outs and the bases empty. It's a 1-3-3. And a 1-3-3 ask, his pitcher's blank. It asks, is he a home run or a slugger? He is not. He's a utility and a whiffer. He's not a slugger. So he's going to fly to left. And that's going to end the top of the sixth. So nothing doing for the Stratville 9, unfortunately, in the sixth. But as we go to the bottom of the sixth, we carry a 4-0 lead with us. And Jason Hayward steps to the plate. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Does he have control? Yes, he does. It's a ground ball to short. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order, and Dexter Fowler. Fowler, a 2-3-5. 2-3-5. Is he wild? No, he's got control. Is the batter eager on a 2-3-5? Is he eager? He's actually semi-patient. So he's not eager. So he's going to ground out to second. Ground out to second unless he's patient. Now he's semi-patient. The sire die says he is patient. So patient batter will draw a walk. So instead of grounding out, Dexter Fowler is going to draw his second walk. He has reached all 3 times. He has singled and walked twice. That'll bring up Ben Zobrist with 1 out and 1 on. 4-6-6. 4-6-6. Is he wild? No. Is he a home run king or a slugger? He is a semi-slugger, but the sire die says no, so he doesn't strike out. Instead, he singles to left field. He's not active, but a lead die of 4 single is a 2-base advancement, so it's a single star in Strat speak. And that puts runners at the corners with 1 out for Chris Bryant as we get to the heart of the order. Mr. Dykeshorn has to bear down a little bit here. 2-2-5. 2-2-5. 2-2-5. Is he a star? Yes, he is. He's a semi-star. The sire die says he's a star. Since he's a star, it's a ground out to the infielder of our choice. Unfortunately, it's just a fielder's choice ground out, so it will be a 6-4 force play for out number 2. But the run will score, so the Cubs get on the board on the fielder's choice ground out. And that brings up with 2 outs, Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo, a 3-4-4. 3-4-4. Is he a prospect pitcher? No, he's a semi-icon pitcher. Is he patient? Rizzo is semi-patient. The sire die says he is patient. So therefore, it will be a walk. So another walk. Puts 2 on with 2 outs for Jorge Soler, the DH. Jorge Soler. It's a 2-2-4. 2-2-4. Pitching at home, no, we are not. We're on the road. Is he a slugger? He's a semi-home run king, but he's not a slugger. But he's still going to single to right field. He is still going to single to right field. And on a lead die of 2, active runner scores from first on doubles, from second on any hit. The runner on second was Chris Bryant. He is not active. So that's just a 1-base advancement. The chart does not mention anything about there being 2 outs to give him. That's a lead die of 1 does that. So we have the bases now loaded, and now Mr. Dykeshorn is a semi-struggler since 3 consecutive batters have reached. Check that, 2 consecutive batters, because the third one was a fielder's choice, so he's not a struggler yet, or semi-struggler yet. But he's getting close, and the bullpen's getting working here. Brent Ehlers is loosening in our bullpen. So here's Montero. It's a 1-1-6. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It is a strikeout. The sire die says he's fresh. So it is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. And we get out of that mess with only 1 run allowed. Pretty good for us. And after 6 complete, it is the Stratville 9-4 and the Cubs 1. All right, Jake Arrieta is done. And Pedro Strop is your new pitcher for the Cubs. He is a star with double flash and control, and he's also an ace on this first at bat. That's what the perk any reliever gets, is they are an ace on the first at bat. And the reason he's coming in because our guy leading off the inning, Matt Dante, just abused Arrieta twice in a row. So Joe Madden said, I'm not letting Arrieta face him. And he brought in Strop. So Strop will, Dante's against the wall here because Strop's a star, double flash, semi-control, and an ace. So the deck is stacked. Can he overcome? 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Ask, is he fresh? Nope, it's a line out to second. So there's 1 away. And, of course, Arrieta would not have been fresh. So had Arrieta still been in there on that 1-2-6 roll, it would have gone to a single. and he would have gotten another base hit. So Joe Madden made the right move there. Got the line out. Now we're back to Jerry Ball. And we got a 4-4-6 for Jerry Ball. 4-4-6. Is he a star? Yes, he is. Pedro Strop is a star, so he's going to ground out to the second baseman Baez for out number 2. And unfortunately, Jerry Ball is 0 for 4 in this game after doing so well against the Skitty Marks. Here's Derek Oxenrider. 1-3-6. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is Derek whiffer or cold? Is he whiffer or cold? Derek Oxenrider is not a whiffer or cold. So he's going to go to infield drama. So we had outfield drama. Now we got infield drama. And on the Cubs infield, we have Chris Bryant is gold. Addison Russell is semi-gold. Baez is semi-gold. And Rizzo is neutral. So all the semi-golds are now gold. 2-6. 2-6. Second baseman gold. Yes, he is. The Sire Die says he is. So it's a line out, incredible diving grab, robs batter of certain base hit. So it's a line out to second base to end the inning. And we're going to the 7th inning stretch with the score 4-1 in favor of the Stratville 9. Now the chart here, based on that roll, would send us to the chemistry chart, but we're having a pitching change. And all substitutions, be it the pitching changes or pinch hitters, override those micro charts. So we're going to say, good job, Mr. Dykeshorn. You've given us 6 good ones. Let us take it from here. And so Brent Ellers will be coming in. Brent Ellers, he will be an ace on this first at bat as he faces Javier Baez. So Javier Baez, the first batter he will face, and he is an ace. 1-4-6. 1-4-6. Is he a flash? Yes, he does. Brent Ellers does have flash, so it is a strikeout. Unless Baez has a good eye, which he does not. He's actually eager. So the hat trick for Mr. Baez, he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That'll bring up Jason Hayward. Hayward, a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Is he have a good eye? Jason Hayward does not have a good eye, so he will strike out. Jason Hayward will strike out. So back-to-back strikeouts for Brent Ellers. And now we're going to the right now chart, and obviously he's hot with those strikeouts. But he's facing a hot batter. Oh, check that. He's facing a neutral batter. Fowler walked last time. He did not get a hit. He walked. So we got a neutral batter against a hot pitcher. And we'll check the right now chart based on that for Dexter Fowler's at bat. It's a 2-2. And a 2-2 says cold pitcher. No, he's not a cold pitcher. He's a hot pitcher. If he was a cold pitcher, shaky pitch knocked deep toward left field fence. Otherwise, this is a line out to third. So a line drive, again, handled by Derek Oxenrider over at third base. 3 up, 3 down. Brent Ellers pitches a scoreless 7th. And we go to the 8th inning. Top of the 8th. And it'll be Mr. Oxenrider to lead things off. And now we have John Lowe warming in our bullpen. John Lowe will warm in our bullpen. And for the Cubs, it looks like it's going to be, who do they want to bring in? Looks like it's going to be Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards is loosening the bullpen in case Pedro Strop struggles. Right now, it is Oxenrider, Derek Oxenrider. 4, look at that, with all those triples. 4-4-4. 4-4-4. Is he a scrapper? No, he's a semi-slugger. So he's going to double to right field. Double to right field, he had to be a home run king at home run, but we'll take the double. We will certainly take... Actually, you know what? That was not Derek's at bat. He made the last out last inning. This was Earl Shamblin's at bat. So Earl, how about that? And Earl is a home run king. Earl is a home run king. So on the 4-4-4, it's not going to be a double because there's 3 asterisks there. 3 asterisks say home run king hits home run. So Earl Shamblin, Tabletop Earl, making up for those 3 strikeouts with a vengeance, with a blast in the Wrigley cheap seats, greeted Pedro Strop rudely. And now the Cubs find themselves behind our Stratville 9, 5-1. And now Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch coming back. It's a 5-5-6. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is the batter a sad sack? No, he's not. So that's a double to right field. A double to right field for Randall Mark. And Pedro Strop is going to come out of the ball game. He all of a sudden just lost. He had a great 7th inning, but here in the 8th, he has just hit a wall or something. So Carl Edwards, not the race car driver, but the relief pitcher, Carl Edwards Jr. will be coming in to pitch for the Cubs. He is a semi-star with double flash, and in this first at-bat, he is an ace. So he'll be facing the second half of our Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch, Mr. Mark Russell. And we get a 2-5-6. 2-5-6 asks, is he a struggler? No, he's first at bat, so he's not a struggler. Champion or patient? Champion or patient? He is semi-patient. Desire Die says he's patient, so that's a walk. So a walk puts runners at first and second with nobody out for Dave S. As we're looking to blow this thing wide open. Dave Schneider. It's a 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Yes, he is. Remember I said Montero is an iron catcher. So that's a walk. So bases are now loaded. The bases are now loaded with nobody out for a DH, Ron Wolf. And one more batter allowed. If Ron Wolf gets on, Carl Edwards Jr. will be a semi-struggler. It's a 1-2-6, so he might get a break. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. Line out to second base. And there's a perk in this game. When second base is occupied, and or when any base is occupied and there's a line out there, you roll the decider die to see if it's a double play. Unfortunately for us, the decider die came up dot. So not only is it an out where Ron Wolf lines to Baez, but Baez is going to step on the bag to double off Mark Russell. So we have a 4-4 double play. Line out to second for 1. Steps on the bag for 2. 4 unassisted. And quickly 2 outs with now runners at the corners. And 2 outs. So a hard hit ball, but was snagged and the runner was doubled off. So here's Ken Castro. 1-4-6. Does he have flash? He's got double flash, so it's a strikeout for sure. And that's going to end the inning. He would have struck out 2 had it been another batter, but that was the last out of the inning. So the run does come in, however, thanks to Tabletop Earl's home run. And we go to the bottom of the 8th of the score, 5-1. And now lefty John Lowe is coming in to pitch. And we will have Ben Zobrist to lead things off. John Lowe is an ace this first at bat. Zobrist will turn around and bat right-handed as John Lowe has taken over here in the 8th. Brent Ehlers pitched well, pitched about as good as you can do. Faced 3 batters, struck 2 of them out. So great outing for him. Here's Zobrist. 2-2-5. 2-2-5. Is he a star? Yes, he is. How about that? John Lowe is a star. So ground out to the batter or position of our choice. We'll ground him out to short. 1 away for Chris Bryant. Bryant, 2-2-5. How about that? This is the exact same role. We'll let him ground out to Oxenrider at third this time. So 2 up, 2 down, and now Anthony Rizzo, the batter. And it's a 3-5-6. And again, that's the same check. 3-5-6 are the same check. John Lowe is a lefty pitcher. Anthony Rizzo is a lefty batter. They're the same, so it's a strikeout. And that's 3 up, 3 down for John Lowe out of the bullpen. As we go to the 9th with the Stratville 9 in front, 5-1. And Carl Edwards Jr. is lifted. Travis Wood, the lefty, is on to pitch the 9th. They're not going to use Chapman when they're down 5-1. So Wood is in there. He is an ace this at bat as well as being a star with flash. He's going to face Matt Dante. Dante's Inferno. 2-6-6. 2-6-6. Runner on first, thrown out. No, nobody's on. Leadoff batter, he certainly is. It's a single to center. So Matt Dante, 3 for 4, having a huge day. And leadoff batter is on for Jerry Ball. Jerry needs a hit in the worst way. He's 0 for 4. Come on, Jerry, you can do it. 3-3-6. 3-3-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is Jerry a sad sack, utility, or patient? He's none of those. So he will get a single to center field. So Jerry Ball did it. A base hit. And with a lead die of 3, that's a 2-base advancement. So Matt Dante will go to third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. That result was in red. So we're going to the experience chart. And Travis Wood's a semi-icon. Derek Oxenrider is neutral. So semi-icon against neutral. So we got an icon against neutral because the decider die says he's an icon. 2-4, icon batter. Nope, he's not an icon batter, so he won't deliver a single inside the baseline. Instead, he will ground out to short. So it's a ground out to short, and on a lead die of 2, fielder's choice on ground outs. So it's a fielder's choice with that will score a run. 6-4 fielder's choice. Jerry Ball is out at second. However, Matt Dante will come in to score. And the Stratville 9 now take a 6-1 lead. So RBI for Derek Oxenrider. His tabletop Earl. Feast or famine, 3 strikeouts and a home run. And that's a 2-2-6. 2-2-6. 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. Decider die says he is hit by the pitch. So Travis Wood, getting a little perturbed at the Stratville 9, has just plunked our Earl Shamblin. You can't plunk the team captain like that. But he did it. So we need to see if cooler heads will prevail. But warnings have now been issued by Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire. He has issued a warning to both benches. So another next hit batter, and it's an immediate ejection. So here now to Marky Mark and the Fun Bunch. And talk about a guy who's had a great day. Randall Mark, single, home run, and a double. He's a triple away from the cycle. Of course, triples are hard to get, obviously. 155. 155. Is he a home run king? You know what? Randall Mark is a home run king. So he just hit a 3-run shot. Randall Mark has hit his second home run of the game. This one a 3-run shot. And this game has now been officially blown open. A 3-run shot, and that's the way you answer a hit by pitch. You take him deep. And we just abused Alex Wood and wounded his inner child. And there is only 1 out, and we've already put 4 runs on the board. It is now a 9-1 game. 9-1 game, and here's Dave Schneider. But we're going to go ahead and go to our bench since we have such a big lead. And we're going to let our one backup player, Frank McAllister, he's going to pinch hit for Dave Schneider. And even though it's not a safe situation, Mike McAllister will come in and pitch the 9th so he can pitch to his brother. So we're going to have Frank McAllister catching. Mike McAllister will be doing the pitching. And so Frank McAllister will be catching. And he's going to pinch hit for Dave S. And stay in the game to catch, obviously. So, McAllister pinch hitting for Dave S. All right. So we've got that all settled. And now Wood's still in there. They don't use any more of their bullpen. I guess he's got to take it for the team from here. 5-5-6. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not an ace. Is a batter a sad sack? He is not a sad sack. So that's a double to right field for Frank McAllister. So he comes right off the bench with a double. So a double for Frank McAllister. And now, I'm sorry, that would have been, see, you know what? I skipped one too much. I had the cards stuck together. That should have been Mark Russell's at bat. So I'm actually going to re-roll this. No, I can keep the same roll. Mark Russell will just play him on a 5-5-6. And I think it's the same result. Yep, same result. So it's going to be a double The double will belong to the second half of our fun bunch, Mark Russell. Sometimes these cards stick together and I wasn't paying attention, so now Frank McAllister is going to pinch hit. Sorry about that, Frank. Thought you had the double there, but got cards mixed up, so we'll try it again. 366. 366. Are you a pinch hitter? You know what? He is a pinch hitter. He's pinch hitting for Dave S. He found the one spot on the book where you get a pinch hit, a boost for being a pinch hitter, and you get a perk, and he found it. A single to right field. Not only is it a single to right field, but on a lead die of 3, it's a 2-base advancement. So Frank McAllister just hit an RBI single in a pinch hitting spot. And if had Dave S been batting, it would have fly to center, but the pinch hitting took care of that. Another single, and we're just laying waste to Travis Wood. Here's Ron Wolf, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy after plunking Earl like that. He deserves it. 2-3-3. 2-3-3 is an ace or star. He is a star, so it's a ground ball to short. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. So it's a 6-4 ground out for out number 2. But Ron Wolf does reach first base with 2 outs for Ken Castro. Ken Castro. 1-1-1. That's always good, too. Triples are good, as we say. He's not an ace. Is he a scrapper? No, he's not a scrapper. So that's a home run to left field. That's a 2-run shot for Ken Castro. It is now 11-1, and you wonder the mentality or the psychological stability of Travis Wood, because now he's just gotten dogged here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs have scored, and taken this from a 5-1 game to a 12-1 game. And Matt Dante, who's 3 for 4, steps to the plate. That's a 2-3-4. There are no runners on base. Is he a hot batter? He is a hot batter because he just had a single his last time up. So we got a fence check. So we go to a fence check. The fence check and the microchart fence. And however, he's a scrapper, so it will be off this left column. But still, it's still going to be a hit guaranteed. It's a 1, so it is a single, but still it's a hit. So he's 4 for 5 with all those hits, and they're going to keep Wood in there. I'm going to keep Wood in there and make him suffer for hitting Earl like that. 4-4-6. So we go to the charts on 4-4-6. Is he a star? Yes, he is. It's a ground at the second, and Jerry Ball makes the last out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's not a save situation, but we wanted to make sure Mike McAllister got to play and get in the game, make sure everybody gets in the game. So from both teams, everyone has gotten in the game except for one person, and he's not important anyway. So we're going to go ahead and play it like we see it. Jorge Soler, first batter, and McAllister, who's a semi-ace, will be an ace and a half on this first at bat. 3-4-6. Is he eager? Soler is not eager, so he's going to walk. So Jorge Soler with a leadoff walk. That result was in purple, so we go to the chemistry chart. Chemistry chart. And we got the 2 dice. And we have 1-2. 1-2. Batting team distance, no. So we got a fence check. Fence check. And that is for Montero. And Montero is a semi-slugger. So we're going to need the decide or die plus the number to see if he's a slugger or not. He is a slugger, and it's a 6. That's a home run for Miguel Montero. A 2-run shot. And as often the case, sometimes when you bring a closer into a non-save situation, the concentration isn't always there. And Montero took advantage of that for a 2-run bomb. It's now a 12-3 ball game. Here's Addison Russell. 1-2-3. Is he flashing fresh? Yes, he is. It's a strikeout. So 1 away. And that'll bring up Javier Baez. Baez, a 1-5-5. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? No, he's a slugger, not a home run king. So he flies to center. 2 down, and we're 1 out away, and it's Jason Hayward. Last chance for the Cubs as they trail it 12-3. We got a 1-5-6. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not a whiffer. So we have outfield drama. So we possibly end this on an outfield drama check. We have an iron fielder in Randall Mark, a gold fielder in Mark Russell, and a gold fielder in Jerry Ball. So 2 golds and an iron. 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. Center fielder gold. Yes, he is. Sensational diving catch. So Jerry Ball ends it with a sensational diving catch. The ball game is over. And the Stratville 9 continue to roll. And not just win, but win big. And in this one, they lay waste to the Cubs by the final score of 12-3. Be right back with the totals. Okay, we'll wrap up the totals here. The Stratville 9 win it in easy fashion by the score of 12-3. 12 runs, 15 hits, no errors for the Stratville 9. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Cubs. Hitting star of the game was Randall Mark, and he was 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. And also Matt Dante, 4 for 5 with 4 singles. And most importantly, that 2-run single, clutch single in the second inning to put the Stratville 9 ahead to stay, and when it looked like they may have not have scored anything. So that's going to do it from Wrigley Field in Chicago, and it looks like we can't find any competition for the Stratville 9. So our next outing is going to be Team Tenacious taking on Team Earl. Something's got to give. Civil War in the Stratville 9. It's mano a mano, and we're going to see what happens in our next outing. But from here, we say goodnight, and we hope you enjoy whatever game you choose to play. And until next time, we'll see you down the road.